All right, cool. So we're gonna start with USD JPY. What we're gonna do for every single time, for every single pair, we're gonna start from the monthly, and we'll, go down to the very low time frames. We're gonna establish buys from the high time frame, and we're gonna establish where we could be entering in the lower time frames. USD JPY on the monthly time frame, we can see that last month we were very bearish. But before this bearish move, we were bullish since March. So pretty much since March till December or November, we've been bullish, and in December we fell off. This month has been bearish, but this was caused by the flash crash that happened last week. So it wouldn't really take this into consideration, and you can't really take this candle into consideration because can't take this candle into consideration because this candle's close hasn't so this is 1 week's candle, so this isn't the close of the month. We can only assess this candle at the end of the month. Right. Okay. From what I can see a trend line like this, and we were bullish for the whole 2018, pretty much. We also have a bullish ascending trend line here. This was caused by the flash crash. So what can we say? Price is bullish, has been bullish, came in to stop people out and pick up more orders from the banks, and then price is going to continue up. It's going to close bullish, and then we're going to continue up for 2019. Or if this month, if we go into the lower time frame, we can see that we did have this rejection from last week. Or if this week's candle will tell us a better story. So if price wants to just reject now and start moving up, we're gonna have a nice move this week, and then we can start making a bias and looking for entries to go long next week on this pair. Or if we go in the lower time frame and find an entry this week, then we could also take buys this week. I'm sorry in advance for all the sneezing and coughing and all this. All this because I'm very ill. A nice area to go long. Another scenario that could happen. I'm gonna put arrows to show what could happen, and then put info here. Our second targets here for first targets. If price wants to pick up didn't pick up enough orders and there's still more orders left, price is going to fall this week. But because this happened because of the flash crash, this isn't going. This is more likely because when we have a crash, there's so many there's orders and limits, but because price moves so quick, not all of them get filled. So if I don't know if anyone was trading, but if you were trading, you would have seen that the spreads were massive. You would have seen that you got filled in a few seconds later. Usually you would get filled in immediately, but because the market was moving so much volatility, it really didn't do anything. Okay, on the daily time frame, Friday we were neutral. This doesn't really count as a bullish move. We were neutral. This is just stabilizing after a very big move. But yeah, if prices don't want to come down to formal orders, then we're gonna fill this. All of this, all of this is empty space. This will be filled and it will be filled very quickly. If not, prices are gonna come back in, gonna fill in more orders and then go bullish. So yeah, it's not the clearest, but it's not the clearest pair, but we can wait. We can wait till it becomes clear. If it fills, if it fills there, I wouldn't say that price would move down in it. If it fills there, I would wait to see price action and how we react here. And if we do move up from here, then price will be bullish. Makes sense. It's a price action. Doesn't price action is over any trend line or pattern. Means more than any trend line or pattern. NZD USD. Yeah, NZD USD monthly time frame. We also see that we have been bearish since 2018. I mean, yeah, they're bearish since 2018, and then by the end, started to come bullish. Towards the end months, we did sell this move, so we were in this move in 2018. We took this swing sell. I do see a trend line, like a rough trend line here that we could use to take entries if we were looking for longs. Even though I think this is 50-50 long and short, because this could be long because price tapped in to the price level broke, so price broke, took out market structure, returned, retested, and it's so as in it's very easy to say we're gonna move up, as in yeah, price will find it a little bit easier to move up. However, because we've been bearish for so long, and this month has only started, and this is the last. This is just the first weeks of the month. This is the first week of the month. We cannot put this candlestick. We cannot make a trade based on this candlestick, and so therefore, if we disregard this candlestick, because price has been so bearish, we can expect price to fall lower. Retest and then go lower. How low? I would literally aim here, which is lower targets. And if we're going up, I would take this. We have to understand the reasons why we would go up, down, or go down. Let's go to the as you can see, on a daily time frame, the trend line doesn't really stand. And on the lower time frame, it looks more bullish. It looks more bullish than bearish on the lower time frame. But for me, the higher time frame is saying bearish because the market structure has been so bearish. Even though we did have a bullish move, this was bound to happen because we've had such a bearish move. Price doesn't just go down. Price has to retrace. Like it'll be retraced here, but because of the move was so heavy, we have to retrace heavy. It doesn't make sense if just price just goes down and keeps retracing little way down. Doesn't the market don't work like that. So yeah, weekly. I would draw this trend line here and simply wait for see how this week's candle reacts. Because the last week's candle is a good indication to buy. But we have to that has to be in line with something else. There have to be multiple confluences. If we were to go long this week, where would I take long? Obviously, it has to be at the best place with the least risk and the smallest stop loss. So you simply just draw a trend line like that, wait for it to break, retest, come back in, and then you take your buy with the smallest stop loss possible. And then whatever happens to your trade happens. You leave at a break even. Cool. AUDSD, similar story to NZD USD, because of the fact that overall time frame is bearish, but recent price action has been screaming bullish. And this is especially for this pair because this pair has taken out liquidity. So in this case, I would say we were here, I would have been looking for targets here for liquidity. We've tapped into it so quickly and moved off it. That would have been probably the best place to buy, and probably where banks were buying, and probably where banks have orders. And so we could say that either we're gonna carry on going bullish, or we're gonna continue down, fill in all the orders, then we're gonna move up. And then if that happens, we're gonna move down aggressively, and we're gonna move up very aggressively. So the up move would be a very good swing trade because it will have a lot of space to fill. Let's go into the low time frame. Weekly. Yeah, this weekly candle, it is interesting. Stopped everyone out. Everyone stopped between 0 to 300 pips. No one was safe. Yeah, we do have a trend line here, so, and we did test it. This is too obvious bullish move. I don't think prices can just go bullish from here. So yeah, because price action has been so bearish, my zone to sell will have to be here. If price breaks this zone, then I'll say I'm wrong, and I'll start looking for buys. Aim for. I'd aim for TP here, TP here, and TP here. To the downside, I think we could just reject off this box. Simply, let's see how wait. Depending on price action on the lower time frame, price reaches this level, we'll assess price and see how it could move. Oh my. To take entries for long. This is the way I would go about doing it, as it always produces the least amount of risk as your stop loss is very tight. Yeah. So if price continues up and then rejects from here, I would probably sell and not wait for the retest to buy. As in we would. Yeah, if price comes down now, retest and then goes and retest and before touching this zone, then I'll probably buy, and then look to exit around here and leave some running in case this scenario. So we have to be smart in every way. Gold, gold weekly time frame. Gold has been bullish and has paid us our pips very nicely. Give us about 1,000 pips. We took the trade down and we took the trade up, which is very good. The bit in between we missed, which is the confusion, consolidation, ranging, retesting, rubbish. All right. So where do I think the gold is heading next? So, um, for me, I will tell you which zones are important. This one I see as important, and I see this one as important. Okay, so why do I see that this one as important? This one was the move that this one was the this candle was the candle that retested and caused price to go bullish. So for me, this activates as a this is like a activating candle, so you call it. So not activating, but a candle where you can expect moves to come from. This is a catalyst candle, and because the week after was a solid bearish candle, you can say that the sell orders were being placed when price was in the week before, where by banks it was placed in the week before, where price was retesting. So this zone is important because this zone is resistance and where price the first so this is where price originated from. So where price originates from always has to be it has a connection when price comes back to it. It's a memory. It's like a memory foam. And because gold has been very bullish, when we come up to these levels, we can expect a lot of consolidation and rubbish. To be honest, but um, but we have to just wait it all out, wait for everything to happen, wait for all the dirty moves to happen, and then wait for your confirmations, and then you want to take your trade. So, um, right now, lower time frame we're still bullish, so only looking for buys for now, at least another 300 pips. Just buys on the lower time frame, and then once we reach these levels, we could start waiting for consolidation and then waiting for the price to move down. But what you need to understand is when price is in these levels, you don't really want to be actively trading. You want to be watching. If you're trading, you're going to be losing money because your retest is going to be a lot of side movements, so you're going to lose money. But if you just wait and wait and wait and wait and wait, once you waited enough, you know what you see and you know what will happen. But you get it. You just have to wait. Patience is a virtue. Um, as you can see, look, before when we were entering here, we pointed at this arrow. This was the first area, first EP, first area of liquidity. Tapped it, second area, we also took it out. So third area is probably up here, so like around this level. Probably take this out as well, which is this. You just have to see how price moves again and again. Get used to it. Yeah. And last but not least, oh no, yeah, for last but not least, for the dollar pairs, we have the dollar index. Okay, so a lot of people have different opinions on the dollar index. For me, price has been very bullish, but because of recent price action, I see that price has rejected off a key level of my key level. So this, I think that price may continue down, but because the overall price has been so bullish since January 2018, and I think we could continue bullish. However, we just retrace it. As you know, prices are moving one direction. Price needs to retrace. So I think price may come into this area and then go up. But I don't. will find it hard to believe that. I don't think the dollar index can find its way up from here. Price has to come in, take a couple more orders. And off it goes. If it goes, then we target those areas. Cool. Let's do the euro. Let's do the euro pairs. All right. First, euro CAD monthly time frame. I don't know if anyone remembers this, but in March we took a euro CAD sell from here. Give us about 500 pips, which was our TP. But we said that we would expect price to move up from here, but we said we said we would expect price to move up from there and then come back into retest. So nothing's changed. Our analysis is going to plan since March. So why I need to change it? So we rejected. We came into here. Price moves up. Right now, prices has this. This means nothing. This is an empty space. Price will continue down to around this area, and then we should be. I think we'll be up either here or here, depending. But the more important thing is the entry here. Liquidity up, grabbed. Liquidity up, grabbed. Up, up. Sorry, and then grabbed. It's grabbed. It might be a stronger movement. When it's grabbed, then we'll move up. Yeah, so I think Eurocad is a bit simple. Not simple, but so it should be simple to understand. We just need to take these orders with us, and then we can go higher. Nice trade. We might even take this sell. Yeah. This one will be dependent on price action. We'll see. Okay. Euro USD monthly time frame also very bearish for the whole year. However, we started to show some recovery. Sorry. Sorry, guys. Yeah, we started to show some recovery. For the last 3 months, we've been bullish. Not very cleanly bullish, but bullish. So once we go into the weekly and daily, we see that it's mostly from consolidation during the end of last year. However, because the monthly time frame is closing bullish, we can see that there's more buyers and buyers have more control, or starting to have more control. And so we could say that Euro USD, at least the meantime, will be up. Remember what I've said about What price finds it easier to do? Sometimes price easier finds it easier to go up. Sometimes price easier finds it easier to go down, and this is dependent on first dependent on the most recent price action, and the second thing that is dependent on is the overall bias for the market. The overall bias for the market is not something that you can decide. The overall bias of the market is not. Well, two people shouldn't really have like different opinions. Like if you're looking at this right now, what is in like from what you can see, what is the bias? Bearish. Like no one can say that's bullish. And if you do say that's bullish, I don't know what right you have to say that's bullish. You get it? As in, there's no sign of bullish or anything. Yeah. Um. So overall bias is not something that you decide. But the most recent price action is your decision and your strategy and how you want to trade. But overall bias always has to be the same. And it is true that if the overall bias is bearish, it's better for you to take sells because you have a better chance and you have a higher probability. But when you're swing trading, you're not trying to catch lows and highs, but you're trying to catch the move. You're trying to catch the you don't want to catch you don't want to lose too much of the move. So this is why we have trend lines, zones, all of this stuff to add extra complements to make our trade have a higher probability. Euro USD daily. Yeah, so today we've been up. If we go into the 4 hour time frame, we can see that price had a bearish move. We filled it straight away, probably like, as we can see. When price will probably break this resistance and move higher. Where could we take a trade if price breaks this resistance? We could wait for a retest. This probably won't be a swing trade. Maybe it might be a little intraday tomorrow. Might give us some pips for the day. Yeah. Keep a close eye. I'm going to keep a close eye on this one. And anyone trading should keep a close eye on this one. Euro JPY. We have a similar situation to USD JPY. Here we have a stronger trend line actually. When price did come in. Okay, so that makes me to me, so this. What would you say that is? Has to be bullish, as in you're gonna say that price action is bullish, but it started to change bias to bearish. That's what we can say, right? Okay. Um, because this price came into here so quickly and rejected, either tells us two things, which I explained earlier with your CJPY. So we're going to reject off now and go higher, or we're going to come down, fill it, and this was fake. We just have to wait for confirmation for what it is. Either way, we're going to have a nice move because if we reject off here, we're going to be bullish for a long time. If we go bearish, we're going to fall off. You get it? So we just have to wait for the sign and then take the sign. We don't miss the sign when it comes. Yeah. Only thing I don't like about massive wicks is just liquidity. Wicks just means orders. Wicks always mean orders. I don't like about wicks. Look here, even here. We did go bullish, but always come back in, filling the orders. But banks cannot move off without filling their orders. They have to fill orders. Doesn't like it just doesn't. It's like it's just routine, if you get what I mean. So yeah, we probably will go bullish for a bit. Let's see the daily. daily. Yeah, I think this week we will definitely, well, not definitely, but I think this week we should be a bit bullish. We should be bullish, and then, but this won't be a swing. And let me just put my key up on the week. Just need to watch out for this level. Mm. That's the level I'll be watching, and on the lower time frame, it will just recovering slowly. If we have one bullish red candle, like a retracement candle stabilization, then we can take buys. But you don't really want to be buying these kind of moves. These are just like scalps. You get it? That's why someone I'll explain to you the GJ trade, but it isn't something that you really want to trade from. You want to hold your trades and stuff. This one, you make 40 pips, move it to break even, you might be stopped out, you might not be because of prices moving up and down. If you get what I mean, if you understand. Yeah, so nice move. Euro AUD. Oh well. Yeah, look. Euro AUD took out stops, ran stops, came back down. We see this a lot, and then we carry bullish. We see it happen a lot, but we need conditions. See the monthly time frame. Oh yeah, so the monthly time frame isn't even closed. It hasn't closed. Last month we closed with a very bullish candle, and this could literally just be a retest before we move higher. This the weekly candle doesn't, as in doesn't, isn't the best thing to be buying with. As in, so you should, as in, if you're buying right now, this isn't the best thing that you can see. But because you know, as in, you know why you're buying right now, not just buying, you know why you're buying. It's a bit different. As in, yeah, candlestick patterns are good, but if your price action is your price action and your analysis rules any of that, trust me, price action is king any day, any day of the week. Yeah, forget. Yeah, so I think we will be bullish. I don't know how many people would agree with me. Bullish from where? Though? That's the question. Oh, no, we took out a low, so there might have been even orders lying here. No, they obviously. I mean, there were, there were because price moved up, but we won't know if there were a lot. We'll see how price moves. The market hasn't really set up this week, can't lie. Well, it has, but it needs to set up and give us some clear direction. Yeah. Let's wait. Let's wait and see how today's candle closes. At least, yeah, this isn't. I don't think that this is a trade very soon, unless we get some kind of confirmation. Um, GJ. All right, cool. GJ came into a very important level for me, just like the other yen pairs. However, as we said, for the other yen pairs, we might fill this area we may fill before we move up. I do think we may move. I do think we might move up because overall time frame, as in overall, we have a bullish price came back in, bullish came back in, bullish. However, price could go bullish or it could fill and go bullish. I think it will fill and go bullish. That's why I would say there was no point in me giving you guys a signal to buy GJ if we're going to get stopped out and break even, and then we're going to have to buy again. When someone gets stopped out and break even, you lose hope inside yourself. You know, like, you wouldn't want to re-enter the trade. That's just human nature, and I know that. So you get it, and you have to know your human nature. If you know your human nature, you will win. Aggressive move up now, fill space, or come down, fill in the wicks, give us a nice buy trade, and we'll buy that. GU, we said that the dollar may go down and up. So you think this is the opposite correlation to the dollar, right? So we think this is going to go up and then down. This is simply based. I simply drew this from the 3 trend lines. It doesn't have to respect that point. However, it makes sense because all of these rejections, and then move down, come back up. All these rejections mean that, well, what's lying on top? Stops. What happens to stops? They get raided. So price, as you can see here, actually, price raided this stop first. Well, the bottom stop came back up. Raid's gonna raid this stop and then come back, probably raid this one. So I'm looking to sell GU from here. To be honest, I think this is a pretty simple fair trade. Last but not least, Great British Pound AUD. We have a buy which is currently 360 pips up. We did achieve a peak of about 700 pips. But however, the price has collapsed since then, and I think we may change direction, or we may fill this wick and carry on going up. So this is the same as Euro AD. So Euro AD had a very bearish candlestick. GA also has a very bearish candlestick, which is due to this move, which is due to Brexit. I think the flash crash, due to Apple stocks, and just messed up the market, I think. But yeah, so I think this is similar to that. So I think we could go up because for me that this was the low. I got raided and it went up. I entered on the raid again. So I'm in here and then I'm in here as well. I just entered again on the raid, and I think price will move up to at least, and then we either go bearish on the retest to here, or we continue up. We fill this. I would take profit there. I would take some profits there. That would be a nice place to take profit. But yeah. See what happens, man. Yeah, so wasn't the longest webinar, but I hope you learned something from it. This will be recorded and sent to the group chat. The private link will be sent to the group. I would respect it if you didn't share the link with other people. Once Friday comes around, it will be changed to public and anyone can watch it, and you can even watch it yourself. You can recap whatever you want. Recap, write down, learn, and rewatch. Hope everyone has a good trading week and a good week in general. And yeah, take care. Thank you for watching.